Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's Nugget. Today we're going to be working with big spreadsheets. So lots of columns, lots of rows, and how do we manipulate our cursor? How do we make certain columns stay and certain rows stay while we're way down at the bottom? So we're going to be talking about freeze panes, and we're going to be talking about using a couple of really great keystrokes that will help you as well. So let's get started. So we've got a big spreadsheet here. If I go across with my scroll bar, I can see that I've got about, almost 26, 24, I guess, columns wide. When I scroll way over to the right, though, I don't see my information on the left anymore that's really relevant. So in this case, we've got hockey players. And when I'm over here, everything's great. But then when I go to the right, I can't see column A anymore. So we're going to do a freeze panes there. And when I scroll down, I don't see my top row anymore. So I'm not sure, what does this number here represent? I don't know. So a lot of times people will copy and paste that row, or that's just not really good at all. Now you might know about the zoom down on the bottom right. You could zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Oh yeah, there we go. I can see it all. But it might be too tiny for you. I'm going to zoom in. I could either click on the plus sign or here's a little shortcut for you. I can use my control key and then the wheel on my mouse to zoom in, and of course control and the opposite direction to zoom out. Now it takes me to this crazy place. I'm going to go control home. Control home always gets me to A1, top of my data. It does some different things when we're in a table and stuff, but basically that's what it does. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you about freeze panes. Now watch where my cursor is. I'm going to go into view and I'm going to go to freeze panes. Now there's three options here. We are going to do the first option, but I want to talk about the other options, because a lot of people, they don't really understand how that first one works. So when it says freeze top row, yeah, that's what I want to do. And then when they scroll down, it really did just do the top row. I don't really want that. I would like the fifth row to freeze. So it just doesn't know about that. It just thinks top row is row 1. So if you're not sure about that, then you might be tempted to get rid of all these rows so that row 5 can be that row. But there's something better that comes up. I'm going to unfreeze the panes. And the same kind of thing works with the first column. So if I go first column, okay, A works, but maybe I want B. Like, look at this. We've got 2 people with the last name. So I want to be more specific. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cursor under the row and to the right of the columns. And I say columns because in this case there's 2, and rows really because there's about 4 of them. So I'm going to go freeze panes and I'm going to pick this first one. It says freeze panes, keep rows and columns visible while the rest of the worksheet scrolls. Based on the current selection. So C6 will freeze rows 1 to 5 and columns A and B. Freeze panes. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Excellent. Go back, go to the side. Wow, that's fantastic. Now I've been using my mouse to do this, to be moving around. But what I want to show you is about scrolling. I'm going to use my page down key. So page down, page down, page down, page down. That's kind of nice because I might be interested in typing down there. And maybe it's just easier. Right? Page up, page up, page up. Now, I'm going to hold my Alt key and I'm going to go page down. Look what's happening. Alt goes to the right. Alt page up, Alt page down. Now, you might also be noticing that as I'm scrolling, whether I'm scrolling down or to the right, it's actually taking me there. So sometimes people are like, I don't really want that. Like, I just want to go down there and peek. I'll show you what I mean. Let's say that you were, I don't know, here, and you're wanting to put something in there. So here I am on H6. I can tell over here on the left-hand side, H6. And I guess I could pick up my mouse and scroll down. Let's say that I need to access another cell. Oh, it's 25 or whatever. You can still see here that I'm still on H6. So if I just type, I don't even have to scroll back up. So I like that idea. If I want to click there, I can click. But if I don't, I'm still up top there. I can just type. So how can I do that with the keyboard? What I can actually do is look on my keyboard for something that says scroll lock. And mine's actually on my keyboard. If you're on a laptop, you might have to look a little closer. But mine is actually right here. Yours might be there or it might be somewhere else. Now, on mine, I have to use the function key with it because it's one of those keys on your keyboard that you might not use all the time. So they make you use what we call a modifier key with it. So I'm going to go FN, hold my function key down, and hit scroll lock. Okay, it didn't really look like it did anything. But if you look on the bottom left-hand corner of my Excel screen, you'll see it says scroll lock. So what that means is that I can go page down, page down, page down, page down. Look in the top left corner. It's still on H6, just like when I'm scrolling, hey? And I can go Alt page down to go to the right. Same thing. If I want to kind of hop off the bus there, sure I can. I can go, oh, I want to do something over here. Okay, now I'm on Y54. It's the same idea though. I can go Alt page up, and now I'm way over here and I'm looking something up. Oh, 1967. Oh, okay. And I can go Alt page down to get me back there. Or remember, if I'm typing, I could just type and it just takes me there. So scroll lock works for just looking. It doesn't take your cursor there. That might be really good for you. And it does the same with arrows. So right now I'm just using my arrow key. We can just move around. And look in the top left-hand corner in my little name box here. It still says Y54. So I could go 5, whatever, sometimes just to get there, and then I can press escape, right? So it's kind of neat. Play around with it a little bit. I think you'll kind of like it. Yeah. One thing you might want to do, though, when you're done with it, is turn scroll lock off because you're probably not used to working with it. So function, scroll lock, and now when I hit page down, it takes me there. When I go Alt page up or Alt page down, it's taking me there. When I go down, 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 it's taking me there. That's probably something that you're more used to, so you don't want to kind of hit that and forget about it and it acts kind of funny on you. Or worse yet, somebody else sits down at your computer and like, wow, what's going on? So I hope you like that. It's great if you're working with big spreadsheets. So have fun with that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.